Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Tier 6 Italian medium tank, which is the P.43 Bis. Now, it's an okay tank. That is all this tank is. It's not the best tank. It's probably, in fact, the worst in the line that I've played so far. It's just gotten really not too much going for it. I mean, there's nothing special about the tank, but there's nothing really that bad about the tank. It's just an average Joe tank, and a bit boring. It can bounce. It's the armor's quite troll. The reload, I mean, the reload 7.4 seconds is not bad, and considering it does over 200. I mean, it could do 280 damage with high roll. Your average, probably you get around 200 to 240 damage on your AP, so not too bad. I mean, you can see the penetration is okay. The speed feels a bit sluggish when you are acceleration wise, but other than that, apart from getting the troll bounces, your turret's quite weak. I mean, the upper plate is quite troll. I mean, people can shoot at the bottom plate, but your turret is really weak. And for that, I just think, you know, it's not that fun to drive. So it's definitely the tank that you just hurry up and progress through to unlock the tier 7. Because there's just no, and then you'll probably sell it. Like, once I get the ace, I will sell it. And this battle here, I finally do get the ace. I mean, I played it straight away and I couldn't get the ace because quite a few people was playing the tank. And I mean, look, there on the enemy team is another P.43 Bis. And you can just see that the armor is nothing. It's non-existent. This battle so far, so we're on a kill. There is now 2 against 3. And I'm going to lose this. Sadly, I'm going to lose this just because of that shot there. I have no repair kits, and that guy damages my engine, and I've got no repair kits. I mean, for another 55 seconds, I have no repair kit. Got the T29 left and the AMX-12T, so I'm only on 1900 damage. I'm on 3 kills. I have a base. I was the only one to cap a base. And so the AMX-12T, he is an autoloader. He can clip me out quite easily if he has all 3 shells remaining. So I just want to focus him and hope for the best, and I hope I get a bounce. 3 bounces would be perfect, but that is not going to happen because that means I could at least take a shot from the T29. However, the AMX-12T does penetrate me twice, but luckily he bounces the last shot that would kill me, and we do get a bounce there from the T29. So that was troll bounces. I mean, angled up, you can bounce from your front plate. From your side, you're not going to bounce nothing. So we do lose that battle, but we still get the ace, 3,100 damage. We still make some nice credits for a tech tree tank, 2,600 and 26,000, sorry. Well played to the enemy T29 Gemini, who also gets the mastery badge. Not bad for a 50% player. He done an amazing job. Really well played to that guy. So next up, we have my man Danny Boy, and this is probably nice shot there, nice auto aim shot there. This is probably the worst teams on both sides that I have seen in a long time. Just pay attention to the minimap. I mean, most of his team is in spawn. They're still in spawn, and that is where they're going to stay for the majority of the battle, which puts Danny in a tough situation. He doesn't want to push left because there's 4 medium tanks on the enemy team. If he pushes left on his own, he could get absolutely wrecked. Luckily, the M4 on the enemy team has gone, so they are a tank up. The KV-1 is in the middle here. He's going to see if he can get a shot before he goes out of sight, which is exactly what he does. So he's now on 860 damage. And you can see just still the whole team, all 7 tanks are still around the spawn area, spawn between spawn 1 and spawn 2, whereas the enemy is all over the place, but they are coming towards him. They are pushing, so they do get pretty lucky this battle, because even though they're all in the spawn area, the enemy are just pushing. They're just pushing and they're coming towards the team. So again, Danny just at the moment doesn't know what to do. Does he push left where could possibly be 3 mediums or 2 mediums because the P.43 Bis is in the middle? Does he push right where he could meet a heavy and maybe a TD? There's not much Danny can do. And he even here, look, the Stug comes up and he doesn't want to know Danny whatsoever. So he gets absolutely wrecked. So Danny now can just push towards him. Can't quite get the gun depression down. So he's going to go sideways to try and get that gun depression down. And he does get that shot to take him out. So I think the best thing about this tank is that alpha damage. I think that is the best thing. It's not 150 or it's not 160. It's around 220, 240 average damage that you will get in this tank, which is probably the best advantage for this tank. The best thing about the tank is that alpha. So now the team somehow have bring it down to a 5-on-3. However, there is still 2 tanks in spawn. There's still 3 tanks on the enemy team that are pretty much all full hit points. Well, not pretty much, they are all full hit points, apart from that Sentinel who has just been shot. So Danny wants to take care of the KV2. The KV2 is probably the most dangerous target because he can be one-shotted from that guy easily. So he does want to focus him and try and take him out if he can. But the enemy bring it down to a 4-on-3. Now, Danny's on almost 700 hit points. And the Sentinel now takes out the WZ. So it's now a 3-on-3. The Biss on the enemy team is full health. The Sentinel is only 200 plus damage, but the KV2 is full hit points. Now he's going to try and get a shot there in on the Biss. Unfortunately, he does miss. Now, again, what does he do here? Does he wait around where his team is? Or does he go and chase the KV2? So the Sentinel has now killed the Stug. So the enemy have bring it down to a 2-on-3. 2-on-3. And how is that even possible? They was just wrecking them at the start. They was absolutely wrecking them. But the Biss especially and the Sentinel, they've done a pretty good job bringing it down to just 2 tanks left. But unfortunately for the enemy team, one of the tanks left is my man Danny. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. So he's going to go and help the KV1. I'm not sure he's actually going to help him or if he's actually using him as armour, effectively, because the 2 enemy mediums, they wanted to kill the KV1, which allowed Danny to shoot the Sentinel without getting any shots in return. But now he's up against another Biss. The KV2 is now spotted around the cap area, so he knows he has a little bit of time before the KV2 can get here. The KV2 is slow. He does need a bounce, which is exactly what he gets. Just when he needed it. I mean, you can see the red on the front plate when you are angled. But as soon as you start angling, your side plates become just, I mean, weak as hell. I mean, just, you're not going to bounce anything from the side unless you get a lucky track shot or anything like that. So Danny's now took this guy down to a 1-shot without losing a single hit point against him, which is exactly what he needed. So unfortunately for Danny, he did get shot right at the end. So if the KV2 had a little bit of knowledge, he wouldn't shoot him with HE. I would now just shoot Danny. Danny's a 1-shot with AP, and he's easily pennable. I mean, even with the premium AP of the KV2, can do more damage than hit points than Danny is on. So he does need to be very careful because the KV2 is still full hit points. But Danny's on 4 kills. There's only a minute left to go. 2.6k damage. He wants to go for the win. He's not going to go for the draw. He wants to go for the win. He has a high roll loaded. And just as he pokes around the corner, he misses the high roll. Luckily for him, the KV2 only does 197 damage. So clearly he hasn't got too much knowledge on how to play the KV2. And now Danny can get around him, but it's not going to end there. Danny's still going to get lucky. So he's trying to circle him. He can't circle him. And of course, the KV2 misses his shot. That should allow Danny to shoot this guy twice. But because he was shooting APCR, he did low roll. And now he's shooting AP. He's just going to RNG. He is going to low roll. And again, oh my god, the KV2, 158 damage. Why were you shooting HE? But luckily for Danny, he manages to pull it off 3,400 damage. He gets the ace, high caliber Top Gun Radley's Kolobanov, and he earns 31,000 credits. So not bad credit earner for tier 6, especially as a tech tree tank. So next up we got Coward. You've got Coward, and he is going to have a brilliant game. He's going to push left. Originally, I did skip the first 2 minutes out. As you can see, there's only 5 minutes left on the clock because literally nothing happened. He went right. None of his team went right with him except for one other medium. So he decided to change his mind at the last minute and decided to go left. Now, Lost Temple, I love this map. This is actually my favourite map in the entire game. I was really sad when they took this from top tiers because I don't really see this map anymore. So this is my favourite map. Now, this VK is, I think that's the VK that got buffed along with the Tiger 2. And oh my god, the armour on that tank is insane. I mean, look at that. I might have to review that tank. Leave a comment in below if you do want me to review that VK, because it has been buffed and the armor actually looks insane. And in the right hands, you could probably do a really good job. I reckon that I could probably get an ace in that tank within 10 battles with that armor. I haven't played it since the buff. It's been a very long time since I played it, but it does now look a really good tank. So if you do want me to review that that VK with the armor buff, just leave a comment. And I'll see if I get enough. I will make the video. So Coward, he's on 1,000 damage, 999, and now it's a 4 versus 5. However, he is only on 400 hit points, and again, these players, I just don't know. I don't know how bad. I don't know how they get so bad. I mean, why would you just sit there? You can see a tank coming towards you, and you don't even look at him. Unless he was tunnel vision, he was sniper mode, and he didn't see it. I don't know. But luckily for Coward, the MT25 wasn't looking, and now he can get some shots in on the M4. Now, these kind of positions, when he's angled like this against the M4 in that position, that's when you're going to get some troll bounces. And that's basically the only time you're going to get troll bounces. So it's now a 3-on-3. There's a KV1, a Biss, and you can see there, look, even when he's raised up, the upper plate doesn't seem that strong in that kind of position. It's more strong when you are level. So he's getting clutch bounces now. I think that Biss has this stock gun because he's only doing around 160 damage, which is good for Coward because he can actually take a shot if he was going to get penned, he can actually take a shot, in which he exactly does there. So now he's a one-shot, and it's a 2 versus 1. Now, the Sherman Firefly is a good tank, very quick reload, great rate of fire, and he's a one-shot. So there is no way he should be able to win this battle. It's a 1 versus 1, 567 hit points against 104. There's still a lot of work to do. However, he's on 4 kills, 2,800 damage. He wants to win. He's going to go for the win. He's not rushing out. He's going to use this as hard cover. He needed that first shot. A nice roll there, 246. If he can get another one and a potential bounce, he can actually win this. So there it is, 281. He gets the bounce and he goes for the ram and he gets the win. So very well played, Coward. 3,400 damage, and he gets the ace. So that is the P.43 Bis. Again, it's a tank that I would just, to be honest, just hurry up and grind to get the next tank. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm Meadsy69, and I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.